Uniplan Overseas, been in existence for 34 years. It's an overseas recruitment agency registered with POEA, Philippine Overseas Employment Agency. And we've been sending Filipino professionals and skilled workers globally. Like for example, in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, US, Japan, and other parts of the globe. Actually, it was an accident. I had a Japanese friend who was dealing with Filipino. I don't know who the Filipino is, but he promised that he's going to deploy the workers hired by that Japanese. And then, but he suddenly the Japanese can't contact him anymore, bringing all the money for the processing. So this Japanese friend of ours, he has been my friend for a long time because he's the owner of a travel agency. Because I used to work with a travel agency before. So I told him, okay, I'll try my best to look for workers for you and try to deploy them. And then that started everything. Yeah, at first, I was just trying to help those Filipinos who was really devastated already because they thought they won't be able to leave the Philippines anymore. And then they have families, they have children. So when I was able to deploy them through the help of an agency, the agency of my friend, I felt that kind of feeling that I was able to help their families as well. Well, I'm happy with this because I get to help a lot of Filipino, and then actually we have a lot of success stories already. I met my first client in Australia. He's an Australian-Italian guy. We started our Australian business with him, and I think I really owe him a lot. And all the Filipinos we deployed with the name is Easy Recruit. Everybody, all the Filipinos, they're all successful already in Australia. They bought their own house in Australia. All their children are already studying there, and even their children and the wife are all permanent residents already in Australia, and that really inspired me. And then after that, I went to NC recruitment, and I find it very, very fulfilling. Very easy. Sometimes because we have a very good record with the Philippine Overseas Employment Agency, some clients, they email POEA directly or they go there to inquire. So of course, in our 34 years in operation, we don't have any adverse cases. So of course, POEA will also recommend us to other clients. So marketing is not really a problem with us. And then our clients refer to us. Sometimes our workers that we have deployed also refer workers to us. Clients and workers as well.
So you consider POEA a big help in your company?
Oh yes, yes. Very easy. There's a lot of there's workabroad.com, LinkedIn, JobStreet. So we just pay a monthly monthly fees, and then we post our openings. So it's very easy. Actually, manpower is not a problem in the Philippines. We have a lot of manpower here.
Yes.
We can really choose. And we're very particular with the attitude of our...
You can tell by screening.
Oh yes, for 34 years. I can see. Even mere looking at your eyes. You're good. Yes, of course. We check the resume, of course. And then it depends what country we're going to deploy them. For Western countries, they really require 3 to 5 years experience, and we verify as soon as we check the resume, and then of course we have to really interview them personally, and then check their resumes. When you're already used to reading resumes, you will know that if the person is really good, because like for example, one candidate, for example, he's been working with a lot of companies and only short term. So we're in doubt already if it's like that. But if you find somebody who's been working with this company for more than 10 years or 10 years, and then and he's been receiving a lot of recognition from the company, we prioritize those candidates. And we prefer candidates who have already worked overseas, because they already know how to reintegrate with different cultures, with different people, because it's very important. When you work overseas, you have to really know how you should be flexible. You should be flexible, and you should be able to adjust in different kinds of situation. Hindi pwedeng pusong mamon. Pag nagalit sa'yo, magtampo ka na, no? It's not like that. It has to work like that. When I was starting, I did not encounter any problem because there were a few workers yet, because I was just starting. But now that we are already global, we have encountered a lot of problems. The main two problems that we encounter with our business are, when somebody got sick or accident in their work site, and then if somebody has an attitude problem. That's why we're very careful in screening candidates.
How about financial problems did you encounter, and what?
Oh yes, we have already encountered some clients. They were not able to pay us. Yeah. So now we're really very careful about the companies that we deal with. But I thank the Lord for giving us also good clients, and then these clients, because of our good performance, they will refer other companies. Actually, as I've told you, manpower is not a problem. But sometimes, just like today, this morning, I had a meeting. We had a meeting together with our because I belong to one organization, JEPCA. We had a close meeting with the Department of Labor, DOLE, because we have this problem now in Japan. The consul there, the labor attaché there, is very new in the industry, and she's causing delay in our deployments. some of our visas are already here, but I don't know what happened. That's why we talk to the iLab of Dole so that they can address the problem. Because some of our visas are already here, but we cannot deploy them due to, I don't know what's happening with our labor attaché in Tokyo. And considering that Japan is a quality deployment country, because Japanese are very good, and we have not encountered any problems with them. And as of now, Japan is a very good market for Filipinos, professional and skill-wise. But our agency there, the labor attaché there, is very slow. They have this requirement of, I think it's, she has a lot of requirements. She requests a lot of documents, delaying everything. So sometimes our clients, they get fed up. And then they just stop, and then they go to Vietnam and Indonesia to hire, because the processing is very easy there. Not like in the Philippines, because our POA and DOLE, they're very strict, because they want to protect also the Filipinos, the Filipino workers who wants to work overseas. So, but I think Japan is a safe country. So we must adjust to the culture also of the rules. If the country, just like in Saudi Arabia, we must be very strict there, because we know very well that there's a lot of problems with Saudi Arabia. That's why I have no Saudi clients. I really prefer Japanese. I'm a pro-Japanese. Well, considering my age, I think I have to. That's why I have my younger brothers who joined here recently, and my sister-in-law, because I cannot already do it myself. So they're here. We put up a corporation, family corporation, so that they can also help me, because I cannot anymore deal with all our clients.